Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Clash fan, children, clowns of all ages. Yeah, that was lame, but you can like the video anyway. Anywho, so I posted a video a little while ago with my Town Hall 10. This is Trample Damage, by the way, coming to you live from wherever I live with Clash stuff. I did wind up sharing this attack in a separate video. It was a 51% 2-star on a reasonable Town Hall 12 with my Town Hall 10, my Matrim Coffin base. Hashtag Wheel of Time. And then I made a really cool video at the request of a new person I met in Global, name of Shipley, and posted that I was going to be going and doing the same thing. I was going to show how to get 2 stars all the time with the Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 11, and I whiffed and got 1 star. And then, fortunately, that video did have a couple of other 2-star attacks from some of my other clanmates. I wanted to at least somewhat redeem myself and show how the rest of this Clan War League shaped up for my mat base, which is currently sitting in another location. I ended up using a very similar composition in Army. I've got a couple of balloons, a bunch of minions, some archers, witches, some bowlers, and generally speaking, I'm just going to wind up cutting back and showing a relatively quick view here. The goal of these attacks, it's all about trying to find buildings that minions and archers are able to pick off. Ideally, you're testing it out ahead of time and seeing what different things can be reached. So you see, like, these archer towers can't reach these buildings up here, so some minions potentially have some steam to be able to do something up there. And this tactic I actually like quite a bit. I throw down a haste spell, drop some balloons in, because once that archer tower goes down, now I didn't know that Tesla was in there, but even if I did, it's not covering most of those perimeter buildings, which means minions have an opportunity to get in there and clear out some of the rest of that stuff. Good news is, I didn't drop enough balloons, but then I was able to get that archer tower down and figured, why not, let's go ahead and take out that hidden Tesla, which gives me tons of room over here to be able to pick up needed damage percentages from some of these buildings on the side over here. And then, yeah, it's been a week since I watched these, or a couple days. So a baby dragon up there to try and take some pressure, take some buildings, and it's really all just about getting as much perimeter as I can get. I'm going to speed along just a bit here. And then, once I've got enough of my perimeter buildings down, then I just wind up coming in with what will ultimately be the brunt of the attack, where I'm just trying to force my way through to the town hall, and a line of bowlers, some witches, trying to properly get the troops going in the middle there, which some heroes and everybody is kind enough to follow the wall wrecker into the core, where some Valkyries and a rage spell are going to dispatch the town hall very quickly. Jump spell actually gets them into the core, manages to take down that eagle artillery, which gives my heroes and other troops plenty of time. You see over here, dropped in a few giants with a couple of wizards behind there to let them get a shot in here, taking out some perimeter buildings, getting a little bit deeper inside. Barbarian King doesn't go a heck of a lot further on the side over here as he's banging away at walls, doing his best to get in. But ultimately, even with only 16 seconds left, my Archer Queen manages to do a little bit more damage before she eventually winds up going down. Spam some minions who meet the air balloon that takes them down and sends them packing. Ultimately, wind up being able to pick off a 58% 2-star, which I was not displeased with. We got wasted in this Clan War, though, just so you can Clan War League. We were 0-7. It's the first time that's ever happened. We are just outmatched in Master 3 because we field 5 Town Hall 10s, and most of our wars had no Town Hall 10s against us, hence all of the Town Hall 10 V11. So again, Matt here, their base 10, 2-star, 68%. This type of layout actually is really not that bad for a patient attacker, and the key is making sure that this Eagle Artillery doesn't get activated until you absolutely have to activate it. Similar type of thing here, where I'm going to use a couple of balloons on some defensive buildings on the perimeter, and those 2 balloons said, die Archer Tower, maybe not. Okay, a giant. Giant can finish that off, there we go. And then, looking over here, it leaves me a bunch of space over here for minions and other troops to be able to take out some of those buildings. On this side over here, I went ahead and dumped a haste spell to get those balloons right at that archer tower for the exact same reason. It leaves me some perimeter buildings there that minions are able to clean up. And then you can see, here they come, my flying demons. Very happy to start racking up some percentage damage on the base. Again, don't spam too quickly. That Eagle Artillery turns on, you start to cry, and everybody gets sad. A couple minions over here, well outside the range. This is not an uncommon thing to see with Town Hall 11s. Then I decided to throw the brunt of my attack in over here. Golem on the side here trying to clear the way. Some wall breakers making sure they can get in. Wall wrecker manages to get all the way to the town hall with no trouble whatsoever. Didn't even have to bother with a rage spell to give those Valkyries the opportunity to take down that town hall. And then over here I went with a jump spell, which ultimately didn't have any use as everybody went wandering this direction. Baby dragon in there trying to wreck some troops. Everybody's still running around the outside. Over here we got some witch action going on in the middle. It's a little witch fight going on over there. A couple Valkyries running around the outside. But the thing that all these attacks have in common, it's a matter of parsing out small pieces of the base at a time, figuring out where you can get the damage in, and then properly... I'm going to speed back through here real quick just to show this part here. Because ultimately the key is getting to the town hall still, because 50-60% isn't going to do you any good if you ultimately can't get the town hall to go down. And it's all about not just spamming all your troops in one spot. As you see here, we lead with a giant and a couple of wizards and the baby dragon. Golem comes in, wall wrecker comes in on the other side, and you can see everybody's spaced out. There's a golem over here, there's a wall wrecker over here, the barbarian king's over here. We're trying to create a line of attack, not just a spam. See, here's all these bowlers in a line over here. Some going that way, some going this way, but again, making sure that the wall wrecker is able to get in. Ultimately, that winds up being the key. And then in the fifth war, in this is the one, these are all the attacks I wish I had recorded the first time. They're number 14, 2-star, again, same time. My battery's low, edit that out. I will not edit that out, I'm lazy. Here I actually opted to go with 10 balloons, and I put a haste spell here and said, I know this is going to work. 5 balloons are going to get those 2 crossbows, and sure enough, I didn't get the other crossbow. So then I said, okay, 2 more balloons, we'll get that crossbow. And then once that crossbow was down, the idea over here was that there's not a whole lot of other stuff. These are weak defenses. They put all of their it's a newer Town Hall 11. All their weaker defenses are over here on this side of the base, which actually gave me an opportunity to exploit that. A couple of balloons in there managed to get down that archer tower, which frees up plenty of space for minions to be clearing buildings over there in just a minute, which there come all the minions. And you see minions picking away at stuff over here and minions picking away at stuff over here. Before, I think I come in from this side. I'm going to laugh. I come in from the other side. I should have probably watched these before recording them, but I'm in a hurry. So, a couple archers picking away at a few buildings. And again, I'm being patient. And you see, the Eagle Artillery, we're really far into the attack. The Eagle Artillery just now turning on because I have deployed. Yes, I came in on the other side of the base. The Eagle Artillery just now turning on after a lot of this work has already been done. These buildings have already been wrecked. And I get my wall wrecker in there. Some troops finally coming out of the clan castle. Really no trouble. Jump spell, heroes, Valkyries under rage. Everything winds up breaking loose in there. Queen's stuck. Troops running around, and ultimately that queen does break free from there. Manages to pick up a few more buildings before she winds up going down. A couple troops out there, and sure enough, 61%. I actually fell asleep early the night of the last war, which we were getting decimated, so it didn't make a difference. And then this one ultimately was one that I was really actually very proud of. This base here, so, deeper town hall, somewhat more in the core. And we've got, again, minions coming out, no air troops covering those areas. You're just being really particular about where you're going to be able to get your troops in. Haste spell up here to get that archer tower. Managed to get the wizard tower down, and that leaves plenty of room over here for these buildings to all get taken out by flying troops. And then ultimately, I thought I had another haste spell coming in there. Took out that archer tower. This whole entire side over here, just easy ripe for my minions to pick off all those extra buildings. Minions picking off stuff down here until finally, again, be methodical. Barbarian King coming to carve a path this direction. Archer Queen cutting that direction. Wall Wrecker heading right up the gut. Poison to slow down those troops. Didn't get the Wall Wrecker all the way into the town hall, but because of spreading my troops and then funneling appropriately, creating a path, I did get an opportunity for my Archer Queen to make it unabated to the town hall. Still fresh, plenty of time for her to get in there and pick off that Inferno Tower with her Royal Cloak, and then gets a few more points of damage before chasing the king to her death. and a few minions over there picking away at some perimeter buildings. A few archers there managed to get us all the way to 78% before ultimately we wind up fading out. I really hope you enjoy the video. Make sure to like it, subscribe, tell your friends. I've got all kinds of great content that'll be coming. Town Hall 10 attacking Town Hall 11, 10 versus 10, my favorite troop, the Hog Rider. Plenty of other content. This is Trample Damage, signing off. Enjoy the video, like it, tell your classmates, tell your friends and family, tell your grandmother, tell your best friend's grandmother. Thank you.